I usually start with the intro, but today we got to talk about this new Superman movie. We have to. We got to talk about it. All right, man. Talk. You know what it is, man. How y'all doing, man? So I just got finished watching the latest Superman movie, James Gunn's Superman movie, and we're gonna get into that. I want to talk about this movie, and I'm not going to do no spoilers. I'm not going to go out here and tell y'all exactly what happened. I'm just going to give y'all my opinion of the movie and how I felt about it, and I'm going to talk about some other things too. So, before we get into that, legendary spill. This is Torture Talk. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. If you're new here, let me work for your subscription today. All the beautiful, single, sexy ladies, put one in the chat. All the fellas, y'all know to find the ones that just don't harass them. I don't sell the merch, but I do have content. Absolutely free, but if you want to leave a donation, link is on the screen. Cash App, no more PayPal. They call me the Hidden Gem. 1,300 subscribers, over 18,000. And yes, I am the king of the North. Let me know what kingdom you are from. Thank y'all for all the donations. Also, too, if you want to subscribe to Torture Talk After Hours, go over there. It's right in the description. Click that. Go subscribe. I'm trying to get to 5,000. When I get to 25,000 over here, I will be giving away a nice size cash prize. So make sure you are the lucky 25,000 subscriber. And if you come in and subscribe and you're 25,000 and I see that, I'm hitting you, put it in the description, you'll get a nice size cash prize. We're gonna work that out. So look, let's get to it, man. Hey man, if you are first time here, I don't usually do movie reviews all the time. I used to do them a lot, but I do other things. But this video may be for you, so subscribe. Stay over here, man. You know what it is. All right, man. So James Gunn Superman. This movie was trash. It was so trash. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to y'all. I'm not even gonna drag it out. I'm not even gonna do all that. I'm gonna talk about it. But I'm telling you now, this movie is trash. It's trash. And there's a couple of reasons why it's trash. It's just corny. It's a couple. So before we get into that, let's just talk about James Gunn for a second, and then we're gonna get into David Cornsweat, and then we're gonna get into that bunch of. So, if you didn't know, if you've been living under a rock all your life, James Gunn, big movie producer, he did a couple of movies. I believe he did Slither. I believe he did all three of the Guardians of the Galaxy, which the first one was classic, hands down classic. He also did Suicide Squad, DC, his version of Suicide Squad, which was kind of, I don't know, weird in a way. I'm saying, but you know, James also did Brightburn, which was actually another great movie. James Gunn is the type of director to me. He's a director and a writer, right? And I guess he's a producer too, but he's all three, right? He's the guy to me who likes big team up movies. Now, we're gonna talk about Zack Snyder too in a second, but it's a little bit different. But James Gunn, team up movies, right? I always felt like James Gunn was behind the curve though with a lot of his movies. There is something about his movies that is just his way of doing things. To me, it's like it's just a little bit weird. He also did Peacemaker, which is phenomenal. Now, Peacemaker, classic. I love Peacemaker. He went all out in Peacemaker. Now, I heard they're doing a season 2, which I'm looking forward to, right? So, fast forward to him doing. So, James Gunn comes in. I believe him and some guy named Peter Safran, they come in and they take over DC after the other guy that was there before him. Can't remember his name right now, top of my head. It was three of them, and they end up getting fired or they got let go, and he came in and took over him and Peter. Now, For the most part, people wanted Zack Snyder to come back and finish his story. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit later. But he comes in, and what he does is he eliminates everything. He said, you know what? We just going to start over. Clean slate. And he started announcing, he announced all these movies. Everybody was upset. Everybody was happy. You know, people hated the DCU. Then some people, Walter Hamada, that was his name. When Walter Hamada was in charge, everybody hated him. And everybody loved him. So once James Gunn comes in, boom, he starts everything over. He picks his Superman, David Cornsweet. Now, David Cornsweet to me reminds me of Superboy. Or Superman's maybe older son. Henry Cavill to me is a real Superman. That is probably the best Superman outside of Christopher Reeve. I even say he's better than Christopher Reeve. I like Henry Cavill Superman better than Christopher Reeve Superman. I think it was a little more, it was a grittier take on Superman. But it gave you a little bit more purpose. David Cornsweet, to me, he felt as if he was just a boy. You know what I'm saying? With a lot of powers. He didn't feel like Superman. Like this movie felt like a Bollywood movie. It didn't feel like an actual I don't know, it felt like a comic book movie, but it didn't feel like I guess because it was such a radical departure from Man of Steel that when you watch this movie, some people are going to like it. I don't understand how, but some people are going to like it, but some people not. Now, James Gunn's way of telling stories is always in his type of way. And some of his jokes are just not funny. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of times, even within serious moments, James Gunn always interrupts it with a joke. So there's a scene in Suicide Squad where the guy is professing his love to Harley Quinn, and then she just shoots him in the chest. You know what I'm saying? And to me, it's stuff like that. And then like the whole thing where she's running and then all these flowers coming behind her and stuff like that. I understand what he's trying to do. But at the same time, to me, I just think he looks for certain moments, and those moments just don't land. They just don't hit right. So David Cornsweet being Superman, to me, it felt like he was more of a Superboy, or not Superman, just Superman's oldest son. It felt like at any moment Henry Cavill would have showed up as Superman and toward his son something. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt about it. As far as Lois Lane goes, I don't know the lady's name. I think her name is Rachel something. I don't know her name. She did an okay job. It wasn't like she was like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't, in my opinion, it wasn't the best Lois Lane I ever seen. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. As far as the overall movie goes, it just felt silly and not that funny to me. It wasn't nothing that I could take away from this. Now, Lex Luthor, right? The guy who played Lex Luthor, I just felt like he was like the guy next door that's an asshole. Like he to me, he felt like a TikToker. You know what I'm saying? He was like he felt like a TikToker. Like he felt like like, I don't know, again, like I don't know if y'all into video games and stuff like that, but you go to a release date of a video game and you got some dudes standing in line. They just obnoxious. That's how I felt about him. He wasn't scary. He didn't remind me of even though people hated Jesse Eisenberg, I liked his character. I don't think that he actually looked like Lex Luthor, but it was just the way he went about it, especially in Batman versus Superman, how he portrayed the character, and the red coats are coming, the red coats come. Like he just, to me, he just didn't look the part, but his acting was phenomenal to me. It was phenomenal. I just don't think that this Lex Luthor did a good job as Lex Luthor. I just think he just it kind of his performance to me fell flat. And then you have all the other characters in the movie, and I'm not gonna really say who was all in the movie. I'm just gonna say some of these characters don't supposed to be funny. Some of them just had bad dialogue, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And it just felt like it was just a bloated movie. So we're gonna go through this, and we're gonna talk a little more. I just wanted to just put that out there. Okay, so now this part here in the movie, I don't know. I think I went to the bathroom on this part. I don't remember seeing this part in the movie. You know what I'm saying? This exact part. Maybe because I did use the bathroom real quick and came right back. But this part do remind me of Man of Steel. When Superman went to City Hall or whatever, and then they blew everybody up or whatever, and Superman standing there. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that I would say about Man of Steel. If any of y'all think that this movie is better than Man of Steel, you lost your goddamn mind. You are out of your mind if you think that this is better than Man of Steel. You're crazy. I believe Man of Steel came out in 2013. And the special effects of Man of Steel is 10 times better than this. I'm talking like some of this stuff in this movie, some of the CGI look like rubber. It looks like I could have did that on my phone. Like for real. I'm not even holding y'all. But it kind of reminds me of this scene. You know what I'm saying? And I did notice this about his Superman. His Superman did take a lot of ass whoopings, number one. Number two, he's always dirty. You know what I'm saying? He was dirty a lot in the movie. He was just dirty. You know what I'm saying? But to me, again, he reminds me of Superboy. He don't remind me of Superman. Even in this picture, he reminds me of Superboy. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is Superman. And the reason why this movie to me is a masterpiece, because Superman is an alien. He is not an immigrant. He's an alien. And it's no disrespect to immigrants, but Superman is an alien. This suit looks like an alien suit. The way Zach did this suit and the way it was designed, it looks like an alien suit. Look at this. And I know people hate Zack Snyder's color saturation. I don't care. There's a big difference between the two movies. You can see. Big difference. I just felt like Man of Steel, to me, was a complete comic book movie. I'm talking like complete. It had everything. I know a lot of y'all try to nitpick the movie, but you can't really talk about it because it's damn near flawless. It's damn near flawless. From the characters, you might say something about Jesse Eisenberg, okay, whatever. But the acting was there. The characters were there. The special effects was there. Everything. To me, this is Superman. Let's be clear. This is Superman. Goes back to the scene that I was talking about when he went in there and had him on trial or whatever, right? And then the guy came in a wheelchair and he blew the whole place up or whatever, and he was looking around. This, to me, he felt out of place. You know what I'm saying? He felt out of place. How do I say this? The way Zach did this movie, I believe it was him and Christopher Nolan. The way they did this movie, to me, was amazing how they did it. because they held no punches. It wasn't funny. You know what I'm saying? It was serious. And I know a lot of y'all want to see a goofy Superman. I don't want to see a goofy Superman. I've seen that for years. We seen goofy Superman. I don't want to see no more goofy Superman. Matter of fact, when it comes down to it, it had to be serious because Batman seen him in the movie. He's seen him, and if you go watch Dawn of Justice, you see that Batman seen him fighting Zod, destroying Metropolis, and he was like, this guy has to be stopped. So you can't have a goofy character when you talking about Batman. And we're going to get into that maybe another time, but still in all. So this is what I mean. Henry Cavill looks like Superman. David Cornsweet looks like his son. He looks like that's his son. If I was James Gunn, I would have had Henry Cavill as Superman. And maybe something had happened. Maybe the death of Superman, which did happen already, by the way. But I would have had him as Superman, and I would have had David Cornsweet as his son. And I would have had Henry Cavill basically retired. And his son, it would have made more sense that way. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what he should have did. He should have took a different approach, because this approach here to me was too goofy. It was too goofy. It was too goofy. And we're going to get into crypto in a second. Yeah. So for anybody that's saying that this movie is better than if James Gunn Superman is better than Man of Steel, have several seats. Please go have several seats. Please. The opening sequence in Man of Steel may be one of the greatest opening sequences in movie history when it comes down to the way he built that world where Superman came from. He literally made him like an alien from another planet. This was not something that it just looked like it. Like, no. You seen the war going on. You seen the planet blowing up. You see Krypton was over with. You seen it. Didn't you have Russell Crowe in the movie? Yeah, no way. There's no way you can tell me this movie was better. If you tell me this, then you just hate Zack Snyder, and I can't talk to you. If you told me that I don't know, Watchmen was better than Man of Steel, I could say, okay, I got you. If you say The Dark Knight was better, okay, yeah, we could talk. Even if you say Endgame was better, we could talk. We can have a nice conversation. But if you tell me this movie right here is better than Man of Steel, yeah, you bumped your damn head. You bumped your goddamn head. Ain't no way in the world you telling me that this movie was better than Man of Steel. You are out of your goddamn mind. You're out of your mind. And I can't even listen to you when it comes. If either you're being paid or you're just a shield because you hate Zack. Ain't no way in the world you telling me that this movie was better. What? Come on, bro. Don't do this. No way in the world you think that movie is better than this. You out of control. No way. So there was a lot of scenes with Crypto. The thing is, I didn't think Crypto should have been in the movie. I think he should have held off on that. I think that he was just a little cute dog to me. Little cute dog. It wasn't something like, it just, I don't know. It kind of felt like I don't know. It wasn't like John. I didn't feel like it was John Wickish, but it was kind of John Wickish. It's like, your dog. Where's the dog? Like, oh man, I don't know. I just felt like it was just Joe. It was so generic. This movie to me was just generic. I thought that, like, I'll be honest with y'all, I didn't think it was gonna be better than Man of Steel from the beginning. I just didn't think that, because Man of Steel it's one of one. Like, if you're not your special effects, you could try to be a little bit with it, but truth be told, you don't got no better special effects than Man of Steel. Like, I just didn't think it was, I didn't think it was gonna do anything like that. But and then as far as the other characters go, I see what James Gunn is doing. And like I said, James Gunn is a guy who like team up movies. You can tell everything he does, from the most part, from the Suicide Squad down to down to Peacemaker, down to the Guardians of the Galaxy. He likes team up movies. And it's, to me, it just felt like it was so many characters in this movie, but not really no Justice League characters. Like, where is, like, other than Hulk Girl, but like, if they were in there, maybe they were hidden. But there was really no emphasis on some of these characters. Like, how is it that? And then you got Guy Gardner just looks stupid. I'm not gonna lie, he just looks dumb. Like, some of these characters to me just look stupid. It look cheesy. They look really cheesy and dumb. Like, when you seen Batman, when Batman fought Superman, that suit was amazing. When Superman, when Batman came around the corner and Superman was standing there and he spun around the corner like this, bro, you won't get no shots like that. What? What? You ain't getting no shots like that. Not from this movie. Absolutely not. Then when he ripped the thing off and he stepped on the what's the name? Do you bleed? It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, come on, bro. No. Absolutely not. Y'all not gonna gaslight me into believing that this is better. Bro. No. So again, man, I didn't want to spoil the movie. It's a bunch of things that happened in the movie. I just turned my head like, this is crazy. Like, no. And I gave James Gunn the respect because he's an okay director in my opinion. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I think he just does a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying? But he's okay. But if you think that this is better than Man of Steel, you got another thing coming. But I mean, if you like Superman and you like James Gunn and his little corny jokes, then yeah, go check it out. Yeah, now I'm definitely not discouraging anybody from going to see the movie. It is what it is. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If this is what James Gunn's DC is gonna look like, it's gonna be trash. It's gonna be so corny. If this is what his DC gonna be, it's going to be trash. I'm telling you now. I truly hope that they, and I hate to say this, and I know a lot of y'all might get mad for me saying, I truly hope that they restore the Snyderverse. After seeing this movie and seeing the Flash, oh man, they gotta bring Snyder back, bro. Please bring Snyder back. Please bring Snyder back and restore. I know a lot of y'all. I know a lot of y'all in the comments. I know a lot of y'all. What they call it? A lot of y'all who love and live and die by James Gunn. I'm telling you, please, Warner Brothers, please bring Zack Snyder back. Please. Please. Zack Snyder is the only person that can save the comic book genre, in my opinion. The comic book genre is trash. It's so corny now. He's the only person that can actually save it, if you ask me. Anybody else, no. If Zack Snyder was to come back and finish his story, the comic book genre would be saved, bro. Everybody would go see it. Everybody be happy. You have some people probably be mad, but he would save it. James Gunn is not saving the comic book genre, bro. Not with this. And Marvel got so many trash movies. Ironheart is garbage. I watched that. I was going to do a review on that, but I changed my mind. Oh my god, it's so horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible. The girl that played Ironheart, she's not a bad actress either. She's actually okay as, but just the dialogue and just it's stupid. It's stupid. I'm talking like dumb. Like some of the dialogue that they're saying, I don't think whoever wrote this, they didn't think some of this stuff through. It's like, who wrote that? Like, you wrote that down and you put it in a movie? Yeah. So the comic book genre movies is on its last leg. This might be the last movie that I go see, comic book movie that I go see. This might be it right here for me. I'm a big comic book head. This is it for me. The comic book genre is dead, bro. It's dead. It's dead. They oversaturated. They did too much political things in it. They try to make it out to be real life. It's so trash. They wanted to race swap, gender swap, all this. Like, no, it's garbage, bro. The comic book genre is trash from DC to Marvel. I'm just not trying to see it no more. The Joker was trash. The last couple of Marvel movies was garbage. This movie was trash. It's like, no, I don't want to see nothing else. If you want to bring Zack Snyder back, you listen. You'll never get my money again. So this probably be the last comic book movie I'll go see. So, all right, man. I'll catch y'all on the next one. See y'all. Peace. Bye.